Hey there, Coach Micheal Burt. Friday night, December 20, what is it, the 23rd, 24th tomorrow. It's about 10 degrees here in Tennessee. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're off to a great start. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. And I was just doing a coaching call with someone who signed up for our coaching certification. And we got into this great discussion about the differences between pitching and offering and inviting. And I thought, man, this would be a great time to just break these things down and let's talk a little philosophy on Friday night. Flip the Switch Friday night. You guys know I got a new book coming out called Flip the Switch, January 31st. Big event called Activate coming up the 13th, completely free to everybody. If you buy 10 copies, you get in the room. And so I've been on this promotional tour really talking about the book, breaking the book down. What's up, Freddie Blanton, Travis Welch? Good to see you guys on Friday night. And so I've been on this kind of promotional tour talking about the book on a very regular basis, Thomas C. Davidson. And I had this real estate agent in Miami, Florida, who signed up for our coaching certification tonight. And we were talking about this. And we really kind of got into this discussion about the difference between pitching your services and offering your services and inviting people, okay? Now, there's a very important distinction, Travis. And this J. Cash is something that I learned from one of my coaches. Is I was doing these big virtual events and I kept talking about what's the pitch going to be, Daniel Hodges, what's the pitch going to be? What's the pitch going to be? And he said, number one, we're going to change that verbiage in your mind. You do not pitch your services. Nobody likes to be pitched. What you do is you offer people the ability to go deeper with you, to master something. You invite them on a journey to learn something. And the truth is, the speaking engagement opens the mind, doesn't change a person's life. Meeting you one time doesn't change my life. Seeing you or being exposed to you one time doesn't change my life. What changes my life is when you invite me to have a consistency with you. Right, Jeff Breeden? Right, Amanda Beener? See, there's a big difference here between being exposed to something and really mastering something. So I know it's like, what are you going to pitch? What are you going to pitch? And this agent who signed up for my coaching certification in March kept saying, man, I just hate, pitching people my coaching. And I said, well, let me ask you a question. If they do 90 days with you, that's exposure. You're not going to change their life in 90 days. Okay. Merry Christmas, Angela. All right. So you're not going to change their life in 90 days. You're going to change their life when they have continued access to you, to learn a method, to learn a methodology. So you got to make this change in your mind that we're not pitching people our services, we're inviting them. And there will be a percentage of people who want to go on a journey with you, and there's going to be a percentage of people, what's up, Jason, who want to master something. And the truth is, you can't master something in 1 day, 2 days, even 90 days. So if you're out there and you're thinking about speaking or coaching or training, if you can ever make this slight adjustment in your mind, when you do speak on something and they see you and they like you and they go, man, I want to do something else with you, what can you invite them to? Are you inviting them to a 4-week series? That won't change their life, although it is more exposure. Are you inviting them to a 1-year coaching program where they can get weekly access to you, like in my Monster Growth program? Are you inviting them to come to a boot camp with you, where they can spend a day or two with you? So you really have to get, and it was actually Zig Ziglar that I learned this one thing from. Is he said, man, my speaking engagements don't change people's lives. My coaching program changes people's lives. And then when I started studying mastery under Robert Greene, it's like, well, mastery is not 1 day or 2 days or 90 days. If you study mastery, it's typically 4 to 7 years studying under a master, observing, watching. And I need to pull that book out over the Christmas holiday because, man, it goes through all of the great people that you would know that literally had an apprenticeship under somebody who was great. 4 to 7 years. Then they practice what they saw the master do for 4 to 7 years. And then they actually became a master. So if you're out there and you're thinking about this, Ivan, you got to start thinking about just shifting this in your mind, man. You're not pitching people anything. You're inviting them to take an action, okay? And they don't have to take that action. But if they want to go deeper and learn something, like the young man tonight that signed up for my coaching certification, I said, man, it's, 2 or 3 days with me, plus monthly mentorship and guidance from me, teaching, taking what I've learned in the last 20 or 30 years and distilling it down, and then giving you ongoing systematic training. What's up, Sean Micheal? See, I define coaching as engaging people in a set of systematic behaviors that allows them to do something tomorrow that they cannot do today. So there's a big difference between I went and saw somebody speak, and I was personally mentored under that person or through their methodology. Now you may say, well, what if could I emotionally identify with one of my mentors? And the answer is yes. I emotionally identified with Covey's content for 7 years. Okay, I didn't have personal interactions with Covey during those 7 years. I had one interaction with him, but I studied his content so deep that it's what's called emotional identification. I knew the nuance of his material, the methodology. Okay, and actually, what I thought I was learning, I really wasn't learning. I was learning, but I was also learning really how to package a concept. So I just really want to come on tonight and say, when it comes to flipping the switch, like the new book, sometimes flipping the switch is having a qualitative breakthrough. And it's like, boom, now I understand, right? And that was a big qualitative breakthrough for me when I started to get coaching, when I was doing these virtual summits. And I started saying, okay, what is our pitch going to be? And my coach said, no. You need to lose that word from your vocabulary. We don't pitch anybody anything, okay? People don't want to be pitched. What you do is you invite people to go deeper and master something, and you offer people the chance to go on this journey with you so they can be mentored by you. And you can take all of your content and you can distill it down. So now let's go back to this. The speaking engagement opens the mind. The coaching program changes the life. The coaching program is where the methodology is. It's where you learn and study. It's like I was on a bus ride once back when I had my bus. And so a real estate agent named Blake Duncan, he traveled with me for the day, and he said something I'll never forget. So shout out to Blake for doing this. Blake, you need to get back in the coaching program. He said, I can have an awareness of your content, coach, but that doesn't mean I have a deep awareness of it. Thomas C. Davidson has a deep awareness of my content. Okay, people that have been with me 5, 6, 7 years, deep awareness of my content. Long obedience in the same direction, consistency over long cycles of time, no dabbling. They're actually mastering something. Brian White, what's up, Brian White? I see you getting a new what they call them, a whip, new vehicle. So, what did we learn tonight, guys? Maybe this is a moment for you to flip the switch in you, like it did for me. You have to have an offer because you just can't change their life. Sean Micheal can't help change a person's life until he offers them the chance to join his real estate company. Okay, I can't help change Jeff Breeden's life until he engages with me in some way. And Craig Capersa, a guy on my team, always says, "Look, you're gonna pay either way. You're either gonna pay in time and energy, or you're gonna pay in money to get access to people." And that's just the way the world works, right? And so you got to make up your mind how you're gonna pay to learn something. Do you want to have an awareness of it, or do you want to have a deep awareness of it? Okay, so if you're out there and you're thinking, man, I need to offer people the chance to come to something, the monetization formula says, start with the action you want people to take. Then look at the problem you're solving. Then invite them, then come up with a concept that they would be attracted to. That solves the problem. Whether they be, for me, coaching certification, Micheal Burt School of Speaking, Coaching and Writing, person of interest. Okay, and then I've got this concept called the making of a coach, where I spend 2 days with people and kind of teach them. That could be a book. It could be a podcast. It could be a coaching program. It is a coaching program with me. And it's got 3 levels to it, right? High level, 2 days with me, certification with me, or the 3rd level, which is just come to the boot camps and go through the methodology. But at the end of the day, you got to have something to invite people to, guys. You got to have some methodology to take people through, and that is where monetization takes place. It's like, I see you, I like you, what can I do with you? Oh, you got a coaching program. Oh, you got a mentorship. Oh, you got a boot camp. Oh, you've got this. Okay. See, I saw you, and that was exposure, and that was good. I like you. Now I want to go deeper with you because I'm interested in mastery of something. Okay? So if you're out there and you're listening to this tonight, I do these all the time, and it's my way of really promoting the book. And I think it was Ed Milet who said to me, you got to learn the game of promotion, marketing and promotion, or you're going to be one of the best unknown coaches in America. Okay? You're going to be one, and that was a compliment, by the way. So he said, learn to market, Amanda, learn to promote. This is part of the game. Learn to market, learn to promote. I see a lot of people like, you're really good, but you got no offer and you got nothing to invite me to. Okay, invite me to taste ice cream, invite me to experience it, invite me to your program, invite me to something that could change my life. The speaking opens the mind, the coaching changes the life because it's ongoing. What is coaching? Engaging people in a set of systematic behavior that allows them to do something tomorrow that they cannot do today. So we're just making a slight twist here, Tyler Burnett, in our verbiage. And the whole talk tonight has been on, we don't pitch people our services, we invite people to take action. And we believe that we really can't help them until they take an action. Okay, so if you got a deep amount of conviction, you got to believe it's to their benefit to take action with you. So part of the sale is you got to invite them to take action. That's why when I do these summits, there's people in the room and I say, man, I'm going to invite you to go deeper with me. Could be 90 days with me, could be 6 months with me, could be 2 years with me, could be apprenticeship with me, could be come work with me. But if you don't invite the action, I remember Dave Blanchard is a coach I used for about 6 months. I really liked on Connection. He gave me one free coaching session. Yeah, I went through the Habit Finder, which is a test to see kind of where my thinking was, the deepest parts of my thinking. He broke that Habit Finder down for me, and then he asked a real simple question. Would you like my help with this? And if you would like my help with this, I want to invite you to take action. It's $15,000, 6 months of coaching with me. I think 1 or 2 sessions a month, plus a breakdown in books and all those things. He couldn't have helped me if he didn't invite me. And the way he invited me is, would you like my help with this? He didn't pitch me. He offered me the chance to be mentored by him. And he owns all the rights to Og Mandino's work. So it was a good decision. So I want you to think, I just want you to think about this nuance just a little bit. You don't pitch, you offer, you invite. You're an insurance salesman and you're selling insurance. At the end, would you like my help with this? You're underinsured. God forbid anything happen to you. You want your family to be taken care of. I'm going to invite you to take an action today, which is increase your insurance. Okay? Would you like my help with bridging the gap between where you are and where you like to go? And this, at the end of the day, is selling and closing, which is where ultimately where monetization takes place. And monetization is the exchange of money for value. Okay, now these are all things that I write about in the new book, Flip the Switch. It's coming out January 31st. You guys are really, thank you for purchasing the book. If you have purchased on Amazon, send me an email, support@coachburt.com. I want to make sure you get the freebies that come along with it, which include January 13th, replays. I break the book down into 4 hours. There's going to be a special group of people who've really advocated for me. We're going to send the manuscript to prior to the book coming out as part of my launch team. And that's why I take these things and I break them down, man. Jimmy, I take them and I break them down because it's a big book, number one. It's about 55,000 words and it's 10 chapters. And I like just taking these, what's called splinters, and just these little splinters. And tonight I had this fascinating conversation with this young man that I've been coaching, who's a top EXP agent in Miami, Florida. And I said, man, let me just tell you this one thing, because this one thing changed my deal. We don't pitch. So forget about worrying about your pitch. Let's work on your offer, and let's work on what you're going to invite people to. And if we can get that down, there's always something to invite people to, and there's always something to offer, because you really can't change their life if they don't really get in there with you, okay? So, happy Friday night. It's freezing cold here in Tennessee. They're telling me that the electricity could go out at some point tonight, so I hope you stay warm. I believe in you. I believe everybody needs a coach. It's Christmas tomorrow. I'm on a little bit of a rejuvenation period because I go back out on the road in January. I'm getting ready for a big January. Anthony Starks, I can't do it without you. Can't do it without your wife. I can't do it without all these people who are supporting me. The book has given me a new momentum in life. It's reactivated my prey drive. It's given me a big target, a big B, and it's getting me excited about, after doing this for 30 years, man, 31 years, it's getting me excited about helping people at a new level. I'm finding new revelations. I'm going deeper in content. I'm impacting people at a much higher clip, and that gives me purpose, man. At the end of the day, you give me purpose. The people who get on these Zooms with me give me purpose. Why do I do them? Because there's an exchange here, and the exchange here is between me and my skill set of 30 years of doing this, and you and your hunger, your humility, your teachable spirit. And that's the kind of people you're looking for, guys. So, Merry Christmas. I may jump on here tomorrow on Christmas. Hope it goes great. And remember what we talked about. We don't pitch, we offer, and we invite. And we can't change people's lives until they go deeper with us. Exposure, engaging in systematic behavior. These are two totally different things. So, love you guys. Everybody needs a coach. I'll post a link to get the book, Flip the Switch, get all the freebies. Thank you for everything. 5-day challenge, GoPro challenge starting on Monday of next week. Okay? Love you guys.